There it is.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I saw you try and put it up there.
It's
about to come. It's about to come. It's about to come out in a minute. I wanted to comment on something too. One of the things, Shauna, that is really jumping out at me in terms of your success that you're building and have had already as a part of your life is your work ethic, your willingness to try new things. But it also sounds like the fact that you guys have given back, you're being blessed as well. You know, the time that you've invested. I know that you have other children in addition to Will Smith Jr., and we know that you have been a mentor and a role model. And you know, the success that a lot of other people are having is partly because of your investment.
You know, one of the things that just jumped out at me.
What's that?
After all of these years, Tony and I background are very dissimilar.
Mm-hmm.
But the philosophy that he just spoke about, about wanting to teach in a certain way, because he knew that was a better way to learn, that is one of the things that has occurred to me also, which is part of what I attempted to weave into the pages of the book. You know, as far as learning, as far as the arts, as it relates to an imperative for our youth to be involved in the arts.
Yes.
So what would you like people to take from this book, Mr. Smith?
I would like people to be of the mind after reading the book. First of all, I want them to read. Because we're really not trying to sell books, we're trying to sell literacy. Okay, we want to make reading the thing to do. We want to make it sexy.
That's right.
And that's the first thing we hope that people will take from the book, and that you don't have to read the Waymor. Just start to read. Because that too is an imperative that we read, because we know that changes people. So that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing you want them to take from it. Okay. How about you, Mr. Smith?
Another thing we want people to take away from this book is that if you decide you want to do something in life, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and do it. I always think about the story Will told me. One of his reasons of writing this book was when he went off to camp and he wrote his mother a letter. And he wrote "Dear Mom" and spelled "dear" D-E-E-R. And when he came home, he was wondering why everybody was laughing at him.
Okay.
And it made him feel kind of bad, and so it kind of
kept
him
I
from
was devastated.
kind of kept him from writing anything down for a long time. So this book, you know, for Will to not want to write because of that, because that was pretty damaging for him. Like you said, it was devastating. You know, if you decide you want to do something, just go ahead and do it.
Well, you know, like Spike Lee says, that for me, that was the dream killer.
Oh, no kidding.
Before the dream was even born.
Okay.
You know, go ahead.
I just want to tell that story because I know you didn't.
Because you know it embarrasses me.
No, but that's powerful though.
Yes.
To be able to pinpoint a turning point, you know, is so important, because it's one thing when people watch and try to follow your footsteps, but when you can actually break it down to those of us who are dependent on, you know,
absolutely.
people, that's awesome.
And another thing, we were about to retire. Well, Will was retiring.
Okay.
I was retiring. And when you retire, you say to yourself, well, what are you going to do with yourself? I still had music to do.
Okay.
And we decided, well, I know we had to have something to do, something to have fun doing.
All right.
We had a lot of fun doing this book.
Right.
We had a lot of fun. A couple of my brothers recently retired, and I remember one of them called me up on the first day of his retirement and asked me, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? So this is our idea of having fun. We have fun doing this. What do we usually say? We don't really quite know what we're doing, but we're going to get something done.
We're going to get it done.
We're going to get it done.
Right.
So.
What have been some of the other input you've received from family about the book?
Oh, once they pick it up and start reading, they can't put it down. That's what.
Yeah, most people say that.
Yeah,
So
because they say it's a pretty good read, and we're proud of that.
As you were writing this book and after you finished the book, did you find that, especially after you were finished, did you find that you missed your characters? You spend all this time developing them and making their words, and then it's done. And you have the others.
But
no, not at all. Because the characters, they become a part of you. They kind of take on a life of their own.
Yeah.
They're almost like relatives. So, and they are right now, as you're holding the book in your hand, our characters are still continuing to mature,
right?
Continuing to grow,
right? Exactly. That's why we were saying we know that there's going to be.
Oh, there's going to be more. There's going to be more, definitely.
Absolutely. Now, this book, The Waymor. First of all, I want to thank Emmeline DeGans down at a major bookstore, who is one of the outlets where people can purchase this book. And I think that. With her putting us in touch with Tony Smith and Will Smith Sr., this was a blessing. So I want to give her a shout out tonight.
Well, I tell you, she was a great inspiration for us.
Yeah.
We spent many hours talking to her.
Yes.
About things. She is a publisher. You see her name on there.
Absolutely.
As the publisher.
Right.
And she had a lot of input.
Right.
Although our main character in the book is fiction,
yes,
our Emily character is Emmeline DeGaines.
Isn't that beautiful? It's awesome.
And this is the lady that owns the bookstore in the book.
Awesome.
And she is the glue.
Yes.
That holds a lot of our characters together.
Yes, and you know what? She is that in real life.
In real life. In real life.
Yeah, she really is. I had the beautiful opportunity to speak with her. I think it was yesterday, and I was telling her how excited we were about tonight. And I know that if she could be here sitting with us right now, she would.
I'm sure she wants to be here.
Yeah, she does.
Well, we wanted to also ask you let people know where they can purchase the book.
Magi Books in the Tri-State Mall. Horizon Books can be purchased online. Fully through my ear. Thewaymor.com.
Okay.
Make sure you spell Waymor without the E.
Right.
WAYMOR.com.
Waymor.com.
Where did you come up with that name?
You tell her we came up with
the name. Okay, the owner of the club, he's a friend of mine, and his name is Wayne Morgan. And so the club owner, he named the club after himself. He's a very proud owner of the club, and he has the same personality. If you knew Wayne Morgan, the drummer, he has the same personality. And Wayne Morgan's motto, when he greets his customers at the door and everything, he say, "Welcome to the Waymor, where you get way more than you bargained for."
I love it. That's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And let me say this: this is a reality-based story. All of our stories are reality-based, and the book is actually a microcosm of life.
That's beautiful. I know that one thing I'm hoping and praying is that our viewers out there don't just look at us tonight and say, wow, that was an interesting segment. There's much more to take away from tonight than just entertainment. Please go to Major and online, get a copy of this book and read it. That's the most important thing. As Mr. Smith and Mr. Smith said, the most important thing that they really want you to take away from this is the fact that you are going to be reading, and that is so important.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we ask Mr. Smith to play?
Well, I always love hearing him play.
Can I say that's the
Always.
most beautiful horn I've ever seen?
Oh yeah,
Is that
yeah.
awesome?
It's more than just a beautiful horn.
It's got a
It
beautiful.
requires me to put something into it, put my heart and soul into it. It's
But guess what? We're going to encourage you to just do
you
just
want me
that.
to play something? Okay,
Just go
I'll
ahead and
play
do your
something.
thing.
I'll play something for you. Wow, it matches your dress too. Wow, look at that.
Plus, it looks a little. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Whoa! Oh man! Oh man! And as far as the CDs and things like that, do you guys have CDs that our audience can purchase, and where can they get those?
And the
All right.
alcoholic CD also.
Philly Through My Ear,
Okay.
Yeah, Philly Through My Ear.
CD Baby.
Mm-hmm.
TonySmithJazzTrumpeter.com.
Ah, okay.
And also, wherever Tony Smith is playing, I keep CDs and books with me all the time.
I know that's
Where will you be
right.
playing?
Huh?
Where will you be playing?
Oh, my next thing I had. Well, I'm always up at the Nomad. That's
Okay.
like a little home for me right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Shout
so
out.
Yeah. So I'll be up there on next Saturday. I'll be
Excellent.
there
We'll be
Saturday
there.
We'll be
afternoon.
We'll be there.
I'm also over in Jersey at the Burlington County Community College on Friday.
Right.
Then I have to check my schedule to see where else I am because it gets kind of
Yeah.
jumbled up there, and I just can't remember. But
I understand.
I'm always around. So
always around.
Wilmington, born and raised.
That's right. That's right. And you guys have an expo or something coming up as well, right? In April, is it?
Yeah, I think it's May.
Is it May?
Yeah, we're going to be at a book festival in
Yeah.
Dayton.
Right.
Dayton,
Yeah, Dayton. That's
Ohio.
the one I was
in
talking
Ohio,
about.
yeah.
So you guys have
And
a
those
busy
are always
schedule.
fun. You know, we get to meet people, tell them about the story, and I get to play and sell some CDs and books.
No, that's right. That's a good day, right?
You know, we just got the 1 minute wrap up signal, and I can honestly say I have never felt as disappointed as when I heard.
Why?
about
Oh, because
Waymor-
it's time to
When
close.
he put his finger up, I was like,
I
"Are you
know.
serious?"
I know.
But
But guess what? But I got something to say though. Guess what? Just like this is going to have a sequel, so is this going to have
All
a
right,
sequel.
all right.
This is just the first and many more installments to come because we certainly want you to come back and visit with us again and keep us posted
Well, we sure
on
will.
what's going
That's
on.
Sure will.
awesome, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Yeah,
Okay.
come
Thank
on
you so
in.
much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you
Thank
on
you,
in
Mr.
our
All right,
show.
you guys.
And thank you
All right,
very
thank
much.
you.
Thanks again.
Really
Thank
quick,
you.
how old were you when you started playing?
Oh wow, I was actually in the 4th grade when I started
So
playing.
that's like 9?
9 or 10, and
Yeah.
I quit. Matter of fact, and started back again in the 7th grade.
Okay, why'd you
Yeah.
quit?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was hard to play. I thought it would be a lot easier, but then it was really in my blood. I said I got to play this at home.